I often with isekais ask why isekai because it doesn't seem like there's any purpose for it to be an isekai. And The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest is definitely a show where I ask why not isekai. The show just feels like it's through and through an isekai character that's not technically isekai. Now, granted, the whole concept is rebirth, which is more in lines with something like Demon King Academy, something like that. But yeah, so my thoughts on the first 2 episodes of The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest, so let's jump into it. This series opens up with a guy named, well, I don't remember what exactly his name was before, but he eventually is called Mati. But he essentially is a guy that is basically gone out, taken pretty much the entirety of the demons out in the world. He's seeking to get stronger and stronger, and to the point where he just is capped out. He's got these 3 crests that essentially get applied to you when you're born, and he just can't get any stronger. So he decides to himself, I'm going to rebirth myself. And so, kind of similar to, again, the Misfit of Demon King Academy, it's essentially him rebirthing, and then at some point realizing that he was reborn, and that he has this next crest. Now, the weird thing that comes of this is that during this entire time that he has been gone, being reborn, things have changed in the world. For some reason, it seems like he eventually finds out very quickly is that the demons of this world are rising back up. But they're not rising up in a way to take out humans in broad daylight. They're actually kind of infiltrating into the leadership of the world in order to spread misinformation, apparently. So the Strongest Crest has been deemed the Weakest Crest, and they somehow convinced the humans that you need to not, cast without chanting. So everybody decides to start casting while chanting, and he's like, you don't need to chant, you could just cast the spell. Why are you doing this? Well, again, because this misinformation that the demons are kind of purposely making humans weak, so that one day they can kind of rise up and attack. So that's what he kind of realizes very quickly as they end up having this whole competition with another school, and he completely wipes the floor with this other guy that turns out to be a demon, and that gains the interest of the king himself, who, for some weird reason, takes everything that Mati says as golden, like, oh yeah, the demons are probably going to attack within 3 months now because they've been found out, and they're going to attack before we get strong. Oh, well, cool. You take care of protecting the kingdom. Okay, sure. This kid apparently has been deemed the one that will protect the entire kingdom. So we're doing that. In order to protect the kingdom, he has to erect a barrier. And how to do that is he has to go down to this dungeon, get these artifacts and stuff to create the stuff they need to protect the kingdom. So that's what we're doing. And at the same time, he's teaching the students how to cast without incantation. So pretty much your typical guy gets reincarnated and is super powerful, but at least with this particular case, he's strong for a reason. He's always been getting stronger and stronger, and then he's reborn and he's getting stronger and stronger. So, and of course, at the same time, meeting a bunch of cute girls that really like him and dote on him. And for some reason, even though he is essentially an old man that has been reborn, he for some reason cannot communicate around girls. So that's a weird thing. Again, this goes in that realm of, you might as well be an isekai. You got this guy who's like, comes into this world, he's overpowered, but yet he can't talk to girls, he's embarrassed around them, he's super overpowered, he's learning everything again. It's fine though. I really did enjoy Misfit of Demon King Academy. I thought that was a fantastic show. And this definitely seems like, again, it's going for the same concept. It's the guy that's been reborn in the same world, everything's kind of been flipped upside down, and he's trying to figure out what broke the world. Now, granted, with Misfit of Demon King Academy, he's over time learning it, whereas this one, he kind of establishes it really quickly. So my thoughts on the show, not working for me really at all. I really don't, I think the main character just isn't doing it for me. He's just kind of very bare minimums possible as a character, way overly confident, able to destroy everything in front of him. There's no real competition. I do like the party building aspect. I think that's probably the only thing that I really am grabbing onto, is like having, Lurie, who's this girl that he has a super crush on. She's learning how to do things like enchantments. Then you have Arma, the other girl. She's essentially learning how to use enhancements to her bow and stuff like that to make them super powerful. So it is cool, the idea that it's not just him going out there alone. For some reason, he decides that he needs a party to go inside of a dungeon, which again is that holy isekai thing. I don't know what designated that he has to have a party, but he decides to bring a party to this dungeon. And so you do have kind of a party feeling out aspect where it's not just him being overpowered, it has plenty of that, but he's actually enhancing other people. He's getting people up to speed with how to be the best and how to use, again, incantationless spells, all that kind of stuff to improve them rather than just be about him being improved. Outside of that, a lot of the world stuff is just kind of, I think that's where the fact of him and the way that he acts around people is just kind of dumb, but I also really don't like just how rushed the world building stuff is. Like, okay, well, the demons are obviously doing this. The king's like, okay, cool, you do whatever you want to do. Please protect the kingdom. It's like that. No king would do that. The king's really dumb. But it's neither here or there. It seems like a very basic, bare bones, again, very isekai-ish type of show that, in the realm of something like The Wise Man's Grandchild or Another World with My Smartphone, those kind of very basic, very, very basic isekai-type fantasy trope-ish types of shows. So I am hoping it will start doing something more to really catch my attention. Again, similar to the whole idea of it really kind of hitting heavy on building the party. Because I did like that aspect about Death March Rhapsody. Death March Rhapsody is an isekai where it is very focused on him kind of releasing these girls from their struggles and then improving them in some way. So to build a party up. I do like that element. But we'll see, because the other problem that it kind of struggles with is it's not really high on the animation-wise. Unlike something like Misfit Demon King Academy, the animation additionally is very minimum with what it's working with. I hope that also, I do like the side characters. I do like the girls that are in this show. They're perfectly fine. There's a cuteness about them. I am really hoping the thing that'll probably improve the show for me is Iris. Iris is another girl that is going to be in his harem, and I'm really hoping that she will add a little more chemistry. Well, Luri is very kind of doting. She's very soft, which is fine. You have Anima, who's more semi-genki, tomboyish type of girl. I'm hoping that Iris will be something additional. She seems like she's going to be more of the, I guess, strong but kind of aloof. She looks aloof based on like the ED and stuff like that. So I am hoping that she will at least add a lot of chemistry into the mix. Something to really make Maddie come out as a character. Because like right now, like I said, he's really just kind of just going with the flow. He's got a focus. He's got, again, his embarrassments around the other girls. He's unable to communicate. And he's not really doing much with him as a character, unfortunately. So something to spruce up this show, I guess. It needs something to spruce it up. And so far, it's just really kind of mechanical and very about the overpoweredness. So we'll see. But again, that's my thoughts on the strongest sage isekai with Arika's Crest. Reborn. I know it's a reborn. I love it. I think the thing that I get a kick out of the most right now with this show is like every time with the comment sections, it's always about, man, another episode of Wise Man's Grandchild, and then a bunch of people going, no, it's more like the Misfit Demon Academy. You're wrong. It's not an isekai. We know it's not an isekai. It's okay. It just feels like an isekai. So that's my thoughts on the first 2 episodes of The Strongest Sage with Eureka's Crest. Any of that sounds interesting to you, definitely check it out. I'll be, again, giving a little bit more time just to see if it kind of spruces itself up. But for now, I'm in a mixed bag with it, but I'll let you guys know if things really do kick up. That said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, if you like this video, hit that like button down below. Comment. Let me know what's thought of the series. Are you liking it? Not liking it? Let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video if you can. Support us on Patreon. I'll throw a tips link in the description below. We definitely appreciate everybody that does. And y'all take care.